Hi everyone, Kathy here from Notable Pixels. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I would like to show you how you can copy pages from the extra pages section into the notes section of your workbook. And it doesn't matter whether you purchase the green and orange, the gray or purple, the brown and yellow, or the blue and pink. The process is all the same. So let's get into Goodnotes and get started. Here we go. I am going to swipe from the right to the left to open the workbook. Now this first page is half explanation of hyperlinks and on the top, and the bottom half is where you would put the documentation and the name for person number 1 on the chart. This particular book I have filled out for myself, at least I'm in the process of filling it out. My dad is number 2 here at the top, and my mom is number 3 on the bottom. And here is where I would fill out my information, which I'll do later. You don't need to watch me do that. A brief explanation if you're not familiar with the Onondaga system. Let's go back here. Every person, their father is double their own number. So I was number 1, so my father is number 2. His father will be number 4. And then his father would be number 8. Every person's mother is their own number doubled plus 1. So their father is their own number doubled, and their mother is their own number doubled plus 1. All males are even numbers, and all females are odd numbers. And it's a pretty handy system. Once you really get into it and you see all the math involved in it, it's pretty easy, and it's been around for centuries. So that's what this whole workbook is set up on, is using that system. Now on the right, you will see little boxes, and some are checked and some are not. The ones that are checked indicate that that particular ancestor continues beyond this page, which ends at the 3rd grade grandparents. So up here at the top, John Ferris, he does not. But his wife, Jenny Gunter, she does continue. So I put a check mark in her box. And when I turn right now my hyperlinks are on, and I know that they are on because there's no tools at the top. When I check in the upper right corner, you see the 3 blue dots, and to the left of that is what looks like a pen or a pencil with a circle around it. That tool toggles between what we're in now, read mode, and when I tap it, now I'm in edit mode, and all the pencils show. The pen, all my tools, the pen, my writing tools, the pen, the eraser, the marker, all, my color choices, my line width choices, all my options of writing on this document show up in edit mode. In order for the links to work, I need edit mode to be off. So I use that pen with the circle, now it has the line through it. I'm going to tap on that pen. The tools go away. Now I'm in read mode. So now I can move around my document either by swiping or by using the links, and I don't have to worry about pens accidentally or my finger accidentally making marks on the document. So when I want to go and see, let's try, who did I add? I know I've added, okay, number 42, Jonathan Dink McClure. He goes back a little bit, and so does his wife. I'm going to tap on their checkbox, number 42 or 43. They'll end up on the same page. And here's where I've continued with them. Now, some of them, like you can see number 85, the Gores, they go on past here, the 7th great grandparents, and I've drawn an arrow there in the right margin to show me that I want to check in the notes section. I'm going to add notes for that line in my notes section. Or maybe you want to use the notes section to add in questions that you might have. You can use the notes section however you want, but that just shows me these arrows that that particular line goes beyond 10 generations. The green markers that I use down here is just to help me remember that number 87, Sarah Ragland, her ancestors, I could add them in those squares, and I haven't had time to do that yet. But I didn't want to think at a later date that I was done with this page, because I am not. Now, I want to go back to where we were. So on any of these, the explanation page, any of the pedigree pages, they all have, at the top where you can write in the home person, which is me in this case, but like I haven't added my name in yet. But if you just tap on that line, it'll take you back to this explanation page. If you ever get lost and can't remember how to work your way around and you want to read this explanation again, that will always get you back here. And remember that tree in the upper left corner, that gets me to what I call the main trunk of my tree. That always takes me back here. So whatever page you're on, and now it's not on this page because there would be no reason to get back here when I'm already here. So the tree's not on this page, but it's on every page after, as you see. And when I click on it, it takes me back here. Click on the home line, takes me back to the explanations. Now, also here, you see the words notes and extra pages, where I'm explaining that clicking on those words will actually take you to their corresponding section. These two words themselves are also hyperlinked. Notes. And then I can go back. And the word extra pages here, that takes me to the extra pages section. Even in this explanation here, this word notes, down here where it says any of the following pages may be copied to the notes section for use, tap on notes, it'll take me to notes. So there's many ways to get there, and at the bottom of every pedigree page where it says notes and extra pages, they will take me to those sections also. I'm going to tap on extra pages. So that is an explanation of the hyperlinks and how they work. Let me see. We have 4 different choices. Now, eventually I'm going to use this one, but I want to start with copying this page. I'm going to use it sort of like a table of contents type of page. And I'm going to copy this into the notes section. So what we do, we make sure that we're in read mode, which we are, because I don't have no tools here. Now in the upper left corner, see the 4 squares? That's your thumbnail viewer. That will give you a little thumbnail picture of every page in the document. I'm going to click on that. Now I'm going to scroll down. There we are. The one that's highlighted here in blue, slide number 24. That was the page that I want to copy. So I'm going to go and I'm going to copy it. It just happens to be underneath where I want to copy it. See slide number 20, which is above slide 24. We're going to copy slide 24 and place it after slide 20. Slide 20 is the notes slide, the beginning of the notes section. So I'm going to, up in the upper right corner, the blue word that says select, I'm going to tap on it. Now I'm going to go back to my slide number 24, and in that gray little circle, I'm going to check in there. Now in the upper left, under the blue select all, is the word in blue copy. I want to tap on copy. It says that it copied it. Now I'm going to hit the word done, which is in the upper right. Now on slide 20, see the little drop down arrow? I'm going to select that little arrow, and I'm going to select the second option, which is add page after. Now I'm going to select the first one, paste page. and you can see that it copied it after page 20. Now I have a page 21. Now, my hyperlinks afterwards will still work, and I'll show you. But right now, I'm going to hit close. And this was the page that I wanted, that I'm going to, like I said, use as a table of contents type of page. And it was placed after notes. Now, I'm going to go back to my extra pages. I'm going to use the link at the bottom right. And I'm in the extra pages section. And I'm going to slide over here to this one. I want to use a pedigree. I'm going to make that after the one we just now copied. Okay? So I'm going, again, remember, we'll go back up to the thumbnail viewer in the upper left, those 4 squares. Tap them. Upper right, select the blue word select. Now, on the highlighted box, which is the one we want to copy, select in that circle there at the bottom, get the little blue check mark. And now I want to copy this after slide 21. 20 is the beginning of my notes section. 21 is the one we just copied that I'm going to use for the table of contents. And then after that, I want this pedigree chart. Now I'm going to go up to the upper left, and I'm going to, under the word select all, I'm going to tap on the word copy, upper left corner. Upper right corner, done. Now I'm going to hit this drop down arrow under 21. Add page after. Paste page. And there we are, it's pasted. Now I'm going to go up to the upper left, hit close. And now here we are. It was pasted after our table of contents, which I have yet to fill out, but that's how. And now I'm back there. Now let's make sure that nothing, let's see now here when I hit the extra pages. Now extra pages is actually page 23, but it will still not, instead of 21 like it was when you first bought the book. But if you follow my method, you won't break the hyperlinks. Just remember not to delete. If you if I decide later that I don't want this page here after, for the first one of my notes page, if I write on it and I'm done with it and I want to delete it, I can delete that. And you won't mess up the hyperlinks. But you will mess up the hyperlinks if you were to delete the notes section page or the extra pages section page. Then you would end up messing up your hyperlinks. But as long as you follow it the way I have showed you, everything will be great. So if you have any questions, please contact me through Etsy, and I will be happy to help. Thanks again.